So tell me about your instrument.
Oh, so this is it's a Kamaka tenor ukulele, and I've been playing tenors now for a long time, and been playing Kamakas all my life. And the Kamaka family, they are the first family that started manufacturing ukuleles in Hawaii about 100 years ago. It's crazy. It's like four generations of ukulele makers, and they do beautiful work. And they learned from the Portuguese immigrants who came over to the islands, how to build instruments. And I'm just a big fan of their stuff. And it's made out of Alcoa wood. We got this abalone inlay here. They usually put my initials in the fretboard there, and
Oh, that's cool.
and yeah, but I know nothing about making ukuleles, but
It's pretty.
but
It sounds good.
yeah, they do exceptional work.
And so when you play live, you plug into this, right?
Yeah.
So what kind of pickup system?
I have a Fishman pickup that sits under the saddle, and it's a bone saddle. And yeah, just use the Dario strings.
Okay.
And yeah, and my system is pretty. My setup isn't very complicated. Well, usually, my most basic setup is my uke with Fishman pickup and Analysis Plus cable into a Leon Audio DI. To me, it's just the cleanest, purest sound, that I can get out of my instrument. During this tour, I have an A and B switch so that I can go between my Leon DI, and then I run everything through a looper and a Line 6 Pod XT, the XT Live. And that's been working great, because now I have that option of just doing my acoustic thing, and then I can kind of for a couple songs I can do my electronic thing with the looping and all that, and that makes it I think just the subtle changes in tonality makes all the difference in the world. And that's why you see. I remember watching a lot of guitar players, and just thinking, why are they changing their instruments? Almost every song. It's like what is that? Why do they do that? But you realize later that's it's because certain instruments work best with certain songs, and and if you're really trying to if you really think about every song that you're playing, and you want to do everything possible to make everything right, for that tune, for that piece, and sometimes, and a lot of times it's, finding the right instrument, that'll just, because some instruments just sound better in a certain key than another instrument, like this ukulele, this G really resonates, but, songs in D doesn't really work so well, or when I play songs in C on this ukulele, it's like that third string just overpowers the rest of the strings. It's things like that. You hone in on, and then you try to make choices on that. So so I'm very fortunate where, at this point now, it's the show and the tour. It's developed where, I have a wonderful team, a wonderful crew of people to help me, to do these things, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be fumbling and, and dropping things and like, oh, where do I plug this into, but it makes, it just makes everything, because I love playing, I love performing, and there's nothing like, when just everything goes right and everything sounds the way you want it to sound, and you're executing everything the way that you want it executed, and you're just, that's the greatest feeling.
Those are those special moments.
Oh, yeah. It's like when everything's just right and the stars are all aligned and everything's plugged in properly,
So,
yeah.
do you play around with tunings at all on the ukulele?
I used to. The three tunings that I would use a long time ago when I was very young, I would tune the A string down to a G, so then I would have like an open C tuning.
Right.
And the other thing I would do is I would tune the G up to an A, so I have an open A minor tuning, right? Because I have A, C, E, A. And then my most exotic tuning that I would use, I would keep this in A. I would tune this up to an F, half a step up to an F. This one I would tune down a whole step to a B flat, and then I would keep this as a G. So you keep the two outside strings and you're only changing the two middle strings. And that gives you like this B flat major 7 with a 13 on the top, you know, and it's actually, it's a gorgeous sound.
Oh, that's kind of
But I stopped doing the you know, the tunings because the thing with nylon strings, and I guess I could do this now that I'm using multiple ukuleles, but with nylon strings, once you start to detune them, the string just dies. You know, so if you had you know, if I had like several more ukuleles that could just be dedicated to that tuning, you know, that would be ideal. But all the songs that I would play in those tunings, I just learned how to play them in normal tuning after. So I was like, well, what's the point? And then it is nice, you know. I like being in traditional tuning because then, you know, because you know, there's a challenge now, you know, like I mean, open tuning, you know, playing in different tunings is a real art form too. But you know, but I like playing in traditional tuning because you know, if I'm covering a song like Bohemian Rhapsody, everyone knows that, hey, it's being done in that My Dog Has Fleas tuning, you know, and it's great because, you know, everyone, there's no secrets, you know what the tuning is, and you know, you just kind of go from there and figure it out.
So one last question, like I've had a little trouble myself, like figuring out how to hold the instrument, and I noticed in your DVD that you had like a strap.
Oh yeah, I have a little neck strap.
Yeah.
I mean, and the
I
reason
thought that might be cheating.
well, see, I only started using the strap maybe about 2 years ago, and the reason for that is because I started having serious problems in my neck and shoulders. And because, you know, growing up in Hawaii, you don't use straps. You just hold it and you play like this, right? But the problem was, you know, I was playing so much, and just, you don't think about it, but just from keeping your arm, you know, that tension there all the time, you know, through a 2-hour show, you just, I mean, it was just getting really bad. And so I started using, so I just kind of made my own little neck strap, and it just kind of sits in the hole here. And then so now in between songs, I can rest my arm, and it has made the biggest difference. I mean, it has made a tremendous difference in just the way I feel physically. You know, so that's you know, so that's something that, you know, for a lot of people. Oh no, I mean, you know, I think it's cheating. It's cheating, yeah, but.